Okay, folks, welcome back. Today, well, not really today, this past week, I embarked on my journey to create a Funko Pop version of Orpheus from the musical Hadestown. Sadly, there does not already exist of Orpheus or any Hadestown Funko Pops, but that's not the point, so I had to create my own. So I wrote out some ideas of what I wanted to do, then I decided on my idea, and then I found some pictures of the body and the face of the outfit I want to do, and I got a blank Funko Pop, and then I sketched out what I wanted it to look like. So I decided to include his iconic guitar, which he plays his love ballads with, and a rose, which he picks for Eurydice as she leaves him. And then I started making it. So to do this, I went into Mesh Mixer, I extruded it outwards, and then I smoothed out the shape, which is what I'm doing here. And then I added some more vertices to my shape because I wanted to make sure all the lines could be smooth and clean. So what I'm doing here is I'm just sketching out his hairline, which is the most important part. And then I extrude it upwards using a bubble tool and I just smooth it out. So I do that a whole bunch of times. It's very tedious, but I just bubble it, smoothen it, add more vertices if I need to, which is what I'm doing here. And then I want to create some layers in the hair so it doesn't look so like plastic. I wanted to make it look like it was naturaler. So I add some layers, and there we go. So the next step is to create the eyes. Now, unlike last time, I want to have nice clean eyes. So I'm just taking a sphere, flattening it, and sticking it on the face. And then I'm duplicating it and fitting it to the face. So this saves me the effort of having to try to draw a perfect circle, which I cannot do. And it also makes it a lot cleanerly shaped. What's also cool about this is that I can hide the eyes so I can fix the rest of the face. So they still exist, I just can't see them and I'm not editing them. And I can work on different parts. Now, I realized that Funko Pops have eyebrows. Didn't realize that last time I made one, so I am adding the eyebrows here, smoothing it out, shaping it, smacking it on the face. And then I realized they also have two eyebrows, so I'm duplicating them using the mirror effect, and then rotating them around the Z axis, the red one, so they can have two identical eyebrows. Like theoretically, I could just make another eyebrow, but that's a lot of effort. Work smarter, not harder. And here I'm adding the blood splatter to the face. To do this, I'm just bubbling it up and then smoothing it, doing that for both sides of the face. And I'm doing the same thing for the nose, bubbling and smoothing. That's basically how you do everything. Bubble, smooth, done. And then I realized I didn't like the hairline. It was too long, and Orpheus doesn't have the long, luscious locks. He has the cut. So I'm just moving up the hair, flattening out, and I want to have the part in his hair, so I'm just adding some more parts here, strands, I guess, not really parts, moving it up, smoothing it, cleaning it. This was a last minute decision, but I think it worked out well. Then I'm adding the ears because Funko Pops also have ears and eyebrows, learning a lot. So I just flattened the sphere, and there we go. Here is the finished product of the head. Now I forgot to record this, but I wanted to shape our 3D, and I added a rectangle, smoothed it out, hollowed it, and so that when you print it, I'm not wasting plastic. I found this cool little hole in it, not sure why that's there, and there we go. So now to move on to the body. This time I really focused on using pre-existing shapes instead of me spending hours trying to shape it. So for the body, I took a cylinder, flattened it, smoothed it. For the arms, I took a rectangle and a sphere. Not a rectangle, a cylinder. Ugh. And a sphere. And then I can flatten it and smooth it together like I'm doing here. This is the hand, the outstretched arm as he holds the rose and wishes for Eurydice. Oof, the feels. So I'm just smoothing it, and now I'm adding the suspenders to it. The iconic suspenders. The pants, I want to make sure I can separate the legs from the body, so I added another rectangle shape. And then I'm just smoothing it out here. Here are the two legs as cylinders. I said the word cylinders a lot. One of my favorite shapes, cylinders and spheres. Here are the feet. He needs two, so I'm duplicating it and rotating it to get the other foot. Revolutionary stuff. And this right here is the scarf. No, this is the bandana, I think it's called. It's like, I guess it is a scarf because it's not the point. it goes around his neck, so it's like a scarf. Anyway, I also want to make it have the tide look, so I took a sphere and then it's a cylinder and I shaped it and I think it looks beautiful, one of my best works. This right here is the guitar strap that he wears around his chest. And this is why you don't merge everything together after you finish it, so now I can move it and modify the other shapes to fit around it to give the right perspectives. It goes around his body, so I added a torus, I think. It's like a donut shape. I also wanted to make sure I could add details to it because Funko Pop's really good for including details. So I added some cylinders, subtracted it from the shape, and this is why I merged everything together because the next step is to create the arm. So this arm is grabbing onto his heart because Eurydice has been ripped away from him, which I can't draw because I'm not an artist. So I just took some more cylinders. I took small sections of cylinders so I could shape it properly. And here, it was really hard to do this because I was trying to mimic, like, grabbing, but it's a really awkward angle and I don't want to ruin any other part of him. So I just had to try my best. And I smoothen it, merge it all together, clean it up a bit, and there you go. Here I want to add some more detail because, as I said before, Funko's really good at having details, so I'm just adding some lines, drawing on this crotch, no, smoothing it out, and there we go for pant detail, and the last step is to add the rose. So to do this, I added a cylinder as a stem, took a sphere, messed around shaping it, not my best work, but also not my worst, and then smushed that with the cylinder, and boom, you have a rose. And here is the Orpheus body. Oh, I also had details to the shoes at one point. Now, for the guitar, I wasn't going to make this in Mesh Mixer because that's not going to work. So I went on Shaper 3D, drew out the guitar outline, and then extruded it upwards. Now, for the guitar on the body, I needed to subtract it from the body so I could have like an outline to put it on. I'm just fitting it over, seeing how it looks. And there we go. Here is the final product. I think it looks the best I've done so far. Here's it compared to the first one I did. It looks a lot better. This is it compared to an actual Funko Pop. It's a lot closer. It's not perfect yet, but one day it will be. Here's the full body round view, 360 view. And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed. This turned out really well for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.